Hey y'all, how are you? So, it's Thursday evening, and I wanted to get this video done like towards the end of the day because I wanted to do some reflecting because we're getting close to the end of July, and I need to do my final thoughts on One Book July because I've actually been doing this for a month. I started on the 21st of June, I believe. So I'm going to go over this with y'all first because I'm not going to do this for YouTube until maybe Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday. So, yeah, I think I'll schedule this for Tuesday and I'll edit out bits and pieces because I'm going to get a little bit more personal with y'all. So if I can edit it, I will. If I won't, if I can't, then I won't, and I'll just do a whole new video for YouTube. So what did I learn during One Book July? Well, I haven't been as creative this month. I have been more structured. I've been flip-flopping back and forth between trying to be more functional. Finally added creativity back and forth in the A5 and then in the B6. I was struggling. So one of the things that I really got a good grasp on was I really do prefer the B6 size for what would be considered to be an everyday carry. Something that I can throw in my purse and just go. So that's one of the things. I prefer A5 for writing, and I'm still going to be using the Hobonichi Cousin. I haven't really used it much this month at all. There's a couple of little bits that I did, and I think I'm going to go back in and do some note-taking during the month of July because I don't have very much in there, and that's kind of what I started. I had one page where I had some to-dos, and I was like, no, this is not going to work. I needed to concentrate on the one book. So I'm taking notes. Going to go back through and highlight some of the notes from the bullet journal method that I really learned, that I am still working on, that are works in progress. Some of the big things that I learned. I'm actually going to be using the Hobonichi Cousin come August for projects, for work. But after, like, I think I might actually use the weekly as I go for the to-dos. Because I have realized that taking notes and keeping up with being mindful and stuff as thoughts come to me works really well in the bullet journal. But I think my to-dos, which are pretty much standard to-dos, when it's something different, then it'll be every now and again I'll have something that changes. But for the most part, things are pretty routine for me. So I could just put my schedule of videos, you know, and then just put the title and write some notes after I get it done or when I'm in the middle of trying to figure everything out. We'll see. I'm going to show you the Hobonichi. I actually have kept the Hobonichi weeks either on the desk in the living room that David uses or in my purse throughout pretty much this whole month for doctor's appointments, and then I have a little insert in there that I use when we go to the grocery store. Last time we went to the grocery store, I made a list and I paper clipped it in my bullet journal, and then I took my list with me, so I didn't even use the Hobonichi week. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be getting another week's. I may just get an insert to go in there to tuck in my purse. I don't know, for random, but this is small enough I can actually carry this with me. So I may end up selling my week's cover, which is from Chic Sparrow, I do believe. I've been using this book, well, and the A5. I went back and forth, but I've been using whatever it is I was using for almost everything. Like I said, I did a couple of little things in the Hobonichi AVEC, in the A5, but not very much, you'll see. The second thing I've learned is that I am creative. And trying to suppress my creativity, even in this bullet journal, trying to be functional, trying to learn my actual system and method, how the bullet journal will work for me and everything. when I tried my hardest to suppress the creativity in the bullet journal, I still ended up being creative. Not being creative, not doing what comes naturally to me, made me absolutely miserable. So as I progress through August, I'm probably going to be adding more and more watercolor and journaling to the pages. It's probably going to end up very much an omni journal, the journal, a journal, my journal, the journal. Number 3, reviewing things is, for me, it's about what I did or what I didn't do. Did I do the things? Was I productive? But it's also about, did I make the most of my day? Do I need to migrate things? What did I do? What did I not do? Am I migrating the same task over and over again? Reviewing is not the same as reflecting. For me, reflecting is about the why. It's, why am I doing this or that? Why did I put this in here? Why did I even list that? How can I improve whatever it is that I have? And do I need to get rid of it? Is it valid, kind of thing? Is it important? Does it matter? And if it doesn't, how do I really feel about what I'm doing and what I have listed and all of that, like my overall thoughts and feelings for the day. It's also, reviewing is about whether things work or not. It's about what I'm doing. And then I think that, is it or isn't it working, that kind of thing. So the reflection for me would be why, if it is or isn't working, and did I do or did I not do things, and what did I get done, that kind of thing. So then the reflection becomes, why is it or isn't it working? Why did I not get things done? What do I think about? How do I feel about these things I did not get done? I'm praising myself for the things that I did get done by doing some wins on that. I have the win page. I haven't set up my wins for August yet. I have done some setup in August. I was hesitant and I've still been thinking, but I'm going to just go because I want to be accountable. So we're going to get to that because that's one of these other things. Number 4, I've learned how to incorporate some of the things that I wasn't really sure about before into my bullet journal. Things like the list, the to-dos. I've talked about several times how I don't like the to-dos on my list in like where I have journaling. I don't like, I've figured out more or less how to incorporate notes, journaling, collections, other things. Notes are separate to me than journaling. And I love journaling. So we're here to number 5, which, we already know that, right? What I realized this past month is that I also love being organized. Not that you can tell, but I do. It eases my anxiety. But when I get stressed or overwhelmed, or I get really busy, when things are crazy busy, like if I'm being really productive, or David and I have a lot going on, or when I'm in a lot of pain, when I'm stricken with the anxiety and depression or whatever, I end up not organized. And I have been trying to figure out how to find a way to make things work for me, to be more organized, to get things organized. Have yet to do this setup in here, which I have, and I think that's because it's such a wreck in here. But one of the things is that I realized something about the journals and the journaling and changing up things so much. There are times when I am really inspired to change things up. And I don't mind changing things up. Like, I've gotten notebooks that did not work. Like, I like the way the Leuchtturm paper feels. I like the notebook. I like the soft cover notebooks, but I like white paper. Now, I can draw on the cream colored paper. Like, I have a little insert that has cream Tomaway River paper in it, and it doesn't bother me. I'm doing drawing and doodling and watercolor, but colors do show up way better on the white paper. It's easier to photograph and everything. But I would love to have like B6 size Leuchtturm notebooks with a soft cover to put in like one of these, as a little extra notebook. But it's going to have the cream paper. And I'm not going to buy any more because I know that after 25 pages or so, I'm going to get frustrated because it has the cream paper. I can actually use that if I'm just writing or if I'm just doing like drawing and sketching. I like the way plain black ink looks on the cream paper for like sketching. just ink sketches. So that's probably what I'm going to do with my insert that I have. And then I also realized that one of the big things, though, that happens sometimes is that I'll change up journals. I'll go to a new notebook, not the exterior, the interior, not just when I get bored, but sometimes I do that when I get filled with anxiety and depression, or anxiety or depression, when I get really scattered and unorganized and I feel like I need to reorganize, because the setting up of a new notebook makes me feel more organized, because then it doesn't have all that crap, the clutter, so I reach for a new journal when I feel that way. And that usually, when I get to that point, there's something else going on that I actually really need to address, instead of just going to a journal and picking up a new journal, fresh start. So I have to figure out, am I doing this because this journal's not working for me? Or am I doing this because I'm avoiding and evading what is really going on, like the mess in here? So that's one of the things I have to address before the end of this month. So I'm going to work on that, cleaning up some things in here and really getting down to the nitty-gritty with some things. I will never have a minimalist room, or a minimalist journal, or a minimalist really anything. There's nothing really minimalist about me except that I'm short. I can be more organized. And that's something I really need to work on. I'm going to try to redo the filming setup and get my computer and stuff, get that done. And I'm going to try to clean off the craft table and clean off my desk. And then clean up some of this crap that's in this room. Next month, I'm actually going to go up underneath the craft table and in the closet and stuff like that. That's one of the things, I guess, I need to make sure that I'm starting a new journal before I finished a journal for the right reason. Number 5, I decided, instead of starting the new notebook from Nanami Paper, the micro dot, because I'm going to get it in. I'm going to take the staples and get it cut down to B6 size, after making sure that where the stitching and stuff is, that it will be okay to do that. If I need to, I can cover that journal. I've got bookbinding tape. I can do that. But I'm going to make that a project for the end of August. So I'm actually going to go vlog, taking it to Staples, like I said I was going to. And I'm going to take my camera and do that. And then I'm also going to film these setting it up. Like, I'm actually going to film the part where I'm looking at the binding and where I talk about that. And then I'm going to cut to driving to Staples, have the camera or the phone, and film that part of them actually cutting it. And then I'll come back and maybe I'll actually collage the covers to make sure, like, get either some duct tape or some, I think I have bookbinding tape. If I don't, then I'll get some different duct tape that will work like bookbinding tape, maybe. Anyway, but that's my plan. Maybe I'll draw some stuff, collage some stuff, whatever, to put on the front of it to make sure that it holds together well. Maybe put some stuff on the inside, those inside pages. And go ahead and set it up for either September or October, depending on how much of this book I have been through by the end of August. So hopefully that will be the very last video at the end of August. If it looks like I'm not going to have this notebook, I hate to start a notebook like this when I'm actually going to be keeping these and chronicling these. I really don't want to start it mid-month. I did with these two, flipping back and forth between the A5 and the B6. But I prefer to have it all together because I journal chronologically. So my outlook on some of this, my outlook on some of this has really changed over this past month. I want to have volumes of these. I want to put them all up on the shelf. I want to put them all up on the shelf in there, or back there, and have them labeled, and I think the way that things usually worked for me when I was doing like the Omni Journal or the bullet, where anywhere from 1 to 4, like anywhere from 2 to 4 months was how much I could fit in a journal, depending on how big the journal was, and depending on how many pages the journal, like whether it was an A5 or B6, whether it had like 200 pages or 100 and something pages, or 300 to 400 pages. This has 365 pages. As I look at this, August starts on page 85, but I had 67, so 67 plus 84. So we're talking 151 pages. So I'm probably going to finish August up in this. Because chances are, now that I'm actually really getting into this, I'll be doing more journaling and more watercoloring in August. So it's actually going to be probably more than 151 pages. So yeah, so chances are the new Nanami paper microdot that I cut down to B6 is actually going to be starting in September. Those have like basically about 400 pages, I believe. So I should be able to get at least 2 months per journal, maybe 3 months depending, but for everything in the journal it's not really bad. And that's okay, because if I do a journal and I get 2 months per journal, then that would be 6 journals a year, and I'm okay with that. I write big and I write a lot, so that's not really that big of a deal, because there are some days when, because I'm doing journaling, and I'm going to be doing more art, and I'm adding pictures, and I'm doing the bullet journal stuff. I'm going to have collections and the calendar and different things like that. Everything's going to be in here for the most part. So 200 pages for B6, that's really not that bad. And I think it really depends on, like I said, I'm wordy, and I have written out like coffee chats in here, but that's going to change, because I'm going to go back to what I was doing, where I have the Breeze with the AVEC, and I'm going to be writing out my coffee chats in the Breeze so that I have the notebook. This is work stuff, so that makes more sense to me, where I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing in August. I think you might have to just kind of, maybe I'll show it as I do this. That might be a good idea. Okay, so I have, this is how I plan on doing stuff in the Hobonichi for work, whether it's YouTube or Patreon or blog post. Granted, I took this whole page, and some days I might need to put some things in my bullet journal, which here's today's. We're going to talk about the art here in just a few minutes. But today, this day was all about home stuff, and then it's about this. And I actually have been doing some stuff because, like I said, I haven't really done like, here's a page of notes for Lunar Abundance. This is one of the books that I've been reading, and I've been taking notes. So during July, for some of July, I'm actually going to have notes. So let's talk about this, because I am pretty much at the end of my reflection. I'm going to go ahead and go through. I have one bit more. So like I was talking about the micro dot and what I plan on doing, and I'm going to be doing that as a project for August, and the very smaller version of that, just the setup part, will go on YouTube, but not where I went and had it cut down, I don't think, unless I time lapse a lot of that. I don't know what is going there. So anyway, this is what I have right here. So this is where I'm at. So let's say it's the One Book July Final Thoughts and August setup. I'm going to show you August. I'm not done with August's setup, but I am working on it. So, I still have some Shark Week stuff and stuff like that. So I film, edit, upload, share to our Patreon Facebook group. Include the B6, the Hobo AVEC, the review and reflection, my final thoughts, and August's setup. So I have this system written here, and this is where I have shortened things, and I did things a little bit differently than I did in here, because this is just for y'all. I don't think I'm gonna put this really on YouTube. If y'all think I should, to explain better, then y'all let me know. But as of right now, I don't know that I'm gonna have it on YouTube. Rapid logging helps you see things, remember things, keep up with things, capture random thoughts and ideas. It's a snapshot of your day. These are some of the things that I have really learned and that have stuck with me. Some of it's quotes, some of it's summarization from the book. So creativity, suppressing my creativity in the bullet journal causes friction. And that's one of the things that writer talks about, is what causes friction. That's why I'm adding creativity to my bullet journal now. So adding topic names or titles for pages. I'm being more precise and aware of this, clarify my intentions, to take that minute to pause. The pausing is actually helping with a lot of different things, including reflection. So I put the quote down here that really, to me, sums up what writer says about collections. I mean, what writer says that sums up reflection. Reflection helps you identify what nourishes you so you can make better decisions as you see the next season of your life. Well, that's for the season, but it's for the every day. You know, it helps you clarify things. It's checking in with yourself. And I wrote right here, get into the habit of asking the small whys to weed out distractions so that you can better focus, so you have better intention about what your day is going to be. Checking in with yourself is examining your progress, looking at the responsibilities. So did we get this done? And if not, why? Why not? Why didn't we get it done? Our circumstances, what was going on that day. So maybe that's why we didn't get it done and we need to migrate it. But if we're doing that constantly, then maybe that's a pattern and we need to take a look at it, which is what reflection does. It helps you see patterns. And boy, have I been seeing a lot of patterns. So our state of mind, that is like how you're feeling, what you're thinking. Because if you're putting down your random thoughts and feelings and ideas and things like that, you can kind of, I actually have been in here doing little faces for my mood or for what's going on. If something, you know, you can, like this one, I was in a tremendous amount of pain yesterday, so she looks like she's crying, and you could tell by the weather, you know, like the weather was horrible the day before. And I don't have a little sticker, so I need to put one there because I've been in a lot of pain this week. And this is my review and reflection. So we get to our state of mind, and all of this helps you separate things. It helps you figure out the why from the what. It helps me be more intentional, more mindful, which actually helps me be more focused and helps me prioritize things. Like I said, with the pausing, taking time to pause, it helps me focus and be more aware and present. And with someone with ADHD, I have realized that writing down random bits throughout my day, my thoughts, my ideas, things I need to research, things I need to check on, what did I start, did I finish it, why did I stop, you know, different things. Like I am writing a little bit less, but some days I write a little bit more. Some days it's more of like a paragraph because I need to get it out, that thought. But if I only do complete shorthand, I will never remember what all that meant. Sometimes I have to write out things longhand, like actually write it out. So for some people that might work, that abbreviated, very quick, concise, rapid logging, but sometimes with some things it doesn't work for me. What I am asking myself is what I'm putting down, these to-dos, are they meaningful to me? Now, here's the thing with the to-dos. For some people, they wouldn't need those to-dos. Those would not be vital. They're not meaningful. They don't need to take the time to write them. But there are certain things that I will be in the middle of something and something will come up and I'll answer the phone, or I'll answer the door, or I'll get a notification or a text message, something, and then I will forget what it was I was doing, why I went into a room, did I take my medicine, did I take my vitamin? I will forget. I can remember what happened 5 years ago. And if it's part of my long-term memory, if it becomes a regular thing, after a while I won't have to ask myself that. Did I lock the door? When I get into the habit of putting something in the same place all the time, taking medicine at the same time every day, doing different things like that, then after a while I wouldn't have to write it down. It would become autopilot. It will become a habit. And there are some habits that need to be habits and some habits that don't need to be habits. So some things I'm putting down as a to-do list because I actually need to know, hey, I've started that and I'm in the middle of it and I need to go because go buy this because I've started laundry but I haven't finished it, because those clothes, if I don't have a little thing, I could very well forget that they're in there, especially if I'm in the zone and really busy and things are really going on, like, you know, I've got a lot of things that are going on that day all together. I could completely forget, and then those clothes have sat in that washer all day long, and then I have to rewash them, which uses more electricity and more of the stuff you wash clothes with, and that's just a waste of time and money and energy. So I have to. Now, my memory is a weird thing, and that's why I think the bullet journal is so great, because you can do the bullet journal the way that works best for you. And somebody else might look at my to-do list, things that are on my bullet journal list, you know, they might look fly traps, find them. You know, I've got clean out pool. I started it, but then we had storms, so I couldn't finish it. Buy new sunblock. So now I put this, and I actually put it on my monthly log, so it should actually go the other way, but I'm still getting used to the migration thing. Some of these things, I have to actually write down, you know, like clean for 30 minutes, and I actually started it, and then I ended up going back and filling the rest of it in, because I went back to it because of whatever was going on. So some of these things I think I'm actually going to put on the weekly pages of the some of the to-dos, like the coffee chat kind of stuff. I'm going to put the film and edit and stuff, I'm going to put in the weekly in here. Some of the other things I'm going to actually put on my bullet journal pages. So I'm going to have to figure out whether I want to, how I want to do that part of it. So the last thing that I have here, where I've asked myself, are things necessary? Is it worth the time for me? And it is for some things. Other things it's not. So this is the last part I wrote, and it's a quote by him, and it says, "We don't have time because we're working on a lot of things, yet things aren't working out a lot of time." And that is my big thing. That's one of the big things that so far has been helping me with the bullet journal method and with what I'm doing, because it's making me much more aware of how I'm spending my time, why I have for a long while on and off felt like the hamster on the wheel. And now for one, like I've talked about before, I'm doing videos that I'm really interested in doing, that I think will help others. And you know what, if on today, for example, which is, this should have been yesterday, but anyway, this is like a journal video. I wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty of things with this with y'all, so I thought this would be a good way, a good journal video where I'm talking about what I'm doing and I'm showing you some of what I'm doing, and then I'm getting back into the creativity thing. I'm getting back into it. So, oh well, I guess I could, let's go here. So here is part of August's setup. Right now, I still have a few things I'm going to put. This is not now, it's Shark Week, but I still have a few things that I want to do for this. I'm not done. And then, so I'm going to show you August's setup. And I'm going to show you some of the pages the last few days. Like, I turned 52. And this was my birthday, and you can see the red and the reflection and stuff. I think I did some of this when I was doing the live chat. So here is Wednesday's. This is yesterday's page, and I wrote down something that was said in Romney's video. This I have migrated because I was going to do this yesterday, this journal video. I didn't get a chance to do it. We had storms and the internet and the power and stuff were flickering on and off. So I wrote down up here, understanding why you feel compelled to do something will help you better understand and define how to do something. Thought that was really important. And this is where I started writing down, set up Bujo for August with, and film ideas for video for August, Patreon and YouTube, Artie, I've got different things written, reflection and review. I actually did some of this because I was seriously thinking, because the micro dot was supposed to come in today. It's gotten a little bit delayed. It will be in tomorrow. It is in Columbia, headed this way now, but so I will get it in the morning, but when the mailman comes, which is usually between 11 and 12. And I was thinking about, because tomorrow's Friday, thinking about going ahead and going to Staples tomorrow, when it comes in, or if it had come in today, and cutting it down and setting it up. Then I got to thinking about, because I have, like I said, I've used about a little bit over 150 pages so far for this month that I've been in the bullet journal. By the time I'm done, I will have used, you know, just a tiny bit more than that. I was thinking, this is 365 pages. Like I said, this would give me 2 months. And I really want the feeling of satisfaction and accomplishment if I leave a few pages. And I do have some pages in the back because I have the future log and different things like that. So I can do some different things. So what I thought is, no, I'm going to actually set up August in this, do August here. And I'm not doing art for the bullet journal, like for the layout stuff yet. I'm doing creative stuff. I have You're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat. Thank you, from Jaws. And then I'm not quite done with this, I don't think. I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of doing things. So the whole theme for August is sharks and boats and the water, big apex predators. So I might have a killer whale on here. I might have, I don't know, something, but I think I'm going to kind of stick with sharks and things like that. So really big fish, mammals, water. So here's where we have, and the reason I did this right here is because this is Shark Week. So this is the week that straddles the end of July and the beginning of August. I hate Shark Week with my little boats. This says pool party. This says to-dos. And what I've done is I put to-dos here, but I think I'm going to take that off. This is actually the week, and this is the to-dos. So I have done this. I don't know. I may put a shark or something over that. I may leave it the way it is. I don't know. Right now I'm like, okay. So then we have August's log, and I have notes to self here, and I've already written some things down for August. Research sketch notes. So I'm going to go to YouTube and check out videos. I'm going to check out blog posts about it and check out Pinterest. I have a sketch notes book, but it doesn't have a lot of visual stuff in it. It has some, but I'm going to read it. I have this Jupiter book that Roe recommended. I can't remember the name of it. I've got to finish. I think it actually might be Jupiter something instead of something Jupiter. Arroyo or something like that's the guy's name. And I'm going to continue studying the luminaries signs. So, so finish cleaning my room. I am, this Saturday morning, going to clean off the table, clean off my desk, get some of this stuff up. And I'm going to get a bag of trash, and I'm going to get a box. Some stuff's going to go in the trash. Some stuff's going to go in the box to be donated to Victor's school. So I've got some crayons and some markers and stuff that are some of the stuff's going to go in Victor's bag, but some of it's going to actually go to his school because I've got a bunch of stuff that I really don't need. So I'm also, in the month of August, I'm going to clean out from under this table. I'm going to start cleaning the closet. I don't know that I'll get that finished. I'm also going to clean out our linen closet. I started it, never finished it, now it's worse. I'm also going to go through my pens. That's why I said I'm going to get a box. I'm going to throw away the ones that don't work, and some of the ones that can be donated, they're going in that box to be donated. I'm actually going to do a My Favorite Pens video. That will probably be for YouTube, and y'all will get the preview. And a My Favorite Colors in watercolor, like the Color Way. Recently, I have been really, really into blues and purples and grays. I don't know, you know, you go through phases. So I have that, and I'm not done. I'm going to see about some of the things, like I have some DIY projects I want to work on. So here is the August work thing. And I have the log, and then I have, this is for Patreon, film, edit, upload. And then this is film, edit, upload, thumbnail, and share. And probably need to just go ahead and put an S here because this is for the group. And then this is blog. So write, edit, and publish. Facebook, my Journey with Burgess group, and then Instagram. So this would be just, did I put a post or a picture or whatever. Then I have video requests and video ideas, because I will end up writing them randomly down, and then they get lost. And when I'm done with this, which, you know, then I'll make the new one. I like what Rose said about having things like this, like this. Then we have my wish list and my DIY projects list. I just did some of this, so like my wish list, and I'm not purchasing anything in August, but if I get some Amazon affiliate money, then new Hobonichi green stencil, a multi-pack of the Uniball eye pens, wall art for creative room, and I have DIY, so I am thinking about making my own something or another for that wall for now, like one thing, and then purchasing after August is over, like when I save up some money. There's a commission, there's something I would like to get from Ro. We haven't gotten the hammock yet. My car, we thought it was fixed, we didn't, and then it's not fixed, so I have to take it back, and it's going to cost more money. So we decided to wait on the hammock, because I did get the iPhone and a bunch of stuff for the iPhone. So I didn't end up getting my hammock from Amazon, because altogether, for between the hammock and the tie things to extend it, because our trees are a little bit further apart, it was going to be like $80-something. And we can take that $80-something and put it towards fixing my car. Patio DIY. I am thinking about figuring out, and once I do figure it out, I won't be buying the stuff until August is over, because I am not starting this project in the heat. But I want to start pricing and start looking at the flat stones, either round or square or octagon or whatever. I want to start looking, and that's why I have a project list, because I'm going to actually figure out what I want, because I'm going to make the patio myself in our backyard. I'm actually going to end up getting some cement or some sand or some pebbles or something. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I'm going to make my own. We're going to make our own patio. And then once we get it done, we're going to start, while we're getting it done, we're going to start hunting yard sales and thrift stores and, you know, all different kinds of things like that, for some patio furniture. This Merlin Tarot deck is been on my wish list forever. I keep hoping I'll find one. There's like 2 or 3 different versions, I think. And I want a fairy tarot deck that's not from Doreen Virtue, because I have that one, and I want a different one. That's all I have right now. That is it for August's setup. And like I said, I'm not finished. I'm probably going to, you know, do a little bit more of things. Like, I know I want to do a little bit more. This is what looks like the heartbeat, but it's actually the music where it goes dun-dun, dun-dun. Let's see. There, now you can see it. Yeah, like I said, I'm not quite finished. I may end up moving the shark. I don't know. I'm still thinking. Because these are the removable stickers, and so is the one that's right here. So that's why I put this here, because I'm not sure. And I can just slide the washi tape over and take him off. I'm still debating. This is why this is not going on YouTube, I don't think. And if it does, then that will be because I have decided to keep this. But I wanted to show you that so that you could get an idea, because once I start this first week of next Monday, it'll be this coming Monday, I'll have, see, I have reflection stuff right here. I'll have this, and I've labeled my pages all the way to 242. Been doing it while I watch TV, so I'll go back in while I'm watching some TV tonight while this is uploading or whatever, and do some more. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll be back with, I think, some journaling, some actual journaling. This was a lot of fun to create. Let me move this up so you can really see it. So I wrote "Damn the Flies," and David and I, for the past few days, have been killing flies like crazy. Like I said, we've been having these afternoon storms or nighttime storms, and then it gets super humid. So even though today they said it was 86, on the thing it said it felt more like 90 something, like 90 or 92, because of the humidity. And I've been keeping track of the moon phases. So I wrote damn flies with a little arrow, and what I've written here is fly traps, find them. I found them, so I can actually cross that out. I found them. I knew I had some because we had this happen 1 year before, and then we've had thunderstorms, and I put the paintings back. My arthritis is always worse when the weather's bad. And then I'm so frustrated. There are flies everywhere. We have killed dozens, and yet we still see dozens. So we're going to put fly traps out, and David's going to put them out tomorrow. We have one out right now, but they're really sticky, and we have to make sure we don't put them anywhere where there's cloth, because then it will stick to the cloth and it stains the cloth. It ruined one of my curtains. And then I have need new light gray mild liner. So before I made sure that I had enough money to, and I went ahead and got the new mild liner, the one set that has the green, the light gray, the purple, and the red, because my red is almost out, and my green I use a lot too. So I went ahead and got that set because it was cheaper to get that little set than it was to just get, it was more economical to get that set, because I could have gotten 5 or 10 of the light mild, I think they're called mild grays. It was like $6 or $7 to get one, but it was $6 or $7 to get the whole little set. I was like, that I'll just get the whole little set, because I'm gonna be running out of red, because that red is what I use for YouTube whenever I color code. And then I have the One Book July update, which is what I wanted to do this, and alright, so I'm good, because this is what I wanted to do the journal video about, and I wanted to write out my review and stuff. So let me move this. I did this ahead of time. It's like forward planning to me. This is where I did this, and I went ahead, because I don't normally do this, but I went ahead and did this because I wanted the 2 pages for the review and reflection, and because I'm going to be busy this weekend. We're going to my mom's. I'm probably just going to be journaling here, because I have the one video, but that I'm hoping to be cleaning. So I'm hoping to just have a before and after picture and some journaling and a little tiny bit of to do. And then I'm going to be at my mom's for most of the day and that evening. So I'm going to take a picture while I'm at my mom's. Maybe get David to take a picture of me and my mom, or get, and me and my son, or maybe, get my son to take a picture of me and my mom and David, and then get, my brother or somebody to take a picture of me and David and my son and my mom together, something like that, so that I have that for here. I'm not gonna stress, because this weekend is it's about cleaning and organizing and about family on this day. So I'm actually going to have some pictures. I might do some vlogging when we're on the way home, or on the way there, because I don't, if we leave while there's still light on Saturday afternoon, and I'm going to film David answering the interview thing. If not, then it'll be Sunday on our way home, because we'll be coming back while there's still daylight, because David wants to visit his parents too. So that'll be, that way I can have that up before the end of this month for y'all. I'm going to have that interview with Mr. Rockstar. So for those of you who haven't put any questions down, you still have some time, so you can go ahead and put some of those questions down. Anything you want to ask Mr. Rockstar, want to ask David. So I will see y'all again soon. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope you have a great one. Bye.